All right, now that we have a better understanding of what negative exponents represent, remember they represent fractions, then we can take a look now at what do we do when we have a fraction being taken to a negative exponent. So let's just take the knowledge that we know now, right? We know that if I have a negative exponent, it represents a fraction and the base of it goes into a numerator or into a denominator, okay? There's actually two ways to look at this problem. I'm going to first look at A, like, okay, I have this -1 exponent on the outside here. This means that I'm going to do 1 over this entire fraction to the first power. So that's one way of looking at it, is to say, okay, that's going to be 1 over 2/5 to now the positive first power, which really just means 1 over 2/5, because 2/5 to the first power is just 2/5, which then means 1 divided by 2/5, right? Which then means I'm doing 1 times the reciprocal of that, which would be 5 over 2. So the result of this would just end up being 5 over 2. Now, some of you might have been looking at this a little bit differently, knowing that, oh, I can just take this exponent and I can just bring it in, right? So this could, side note, become 2 to the negative first over 5 to the negative first, which you know, since both of those are negative, you can flip places. So then the final answer will still be 5 over 2. All right? So let's take a look at B. Same thing. We can look at it 2 different ways. We could say, oh, this just means I'm doing 1 over my base of m over n to the 3rd power, right? Now we do have to simplify the parentheses now. It becomes now 1 over m cubed, that's a 3, over n cubed, which now I leave, change, flip. I do 1 times the reciprocal of my denominator, which is n to the 3rd over m to the 3rd, resulting in basically n to the 3rd over m to the 3rd, because it's 1 times that. By the identity property, we know that. So now, the other way of looking at it is you could just take this negative exponent in and get m to the negative 3rd over n to the negative 3rd, and you just know those two guys flip places. We still result in that. Follow? So we're going to do one more, and then we're going to come up with, like, well, what exactly is just happening here, right? So let's say here I do, this is a negative exponent, so I've got to do 1 over that entire thing, right? So it's going to be 1 over the 3x over 2y to the positive 2nd power. Well, before I do anything, I have to square everything in there. So that's going to give me 1 over 9x squared over 4y squared. 4y squared. And then you do leave, change, flip. So when I do that, I'm going to get 1 times 4y squared over 9x squared. So basically, what's happening here? How am I getting from this problem to this answer? The problem to the answer. The problem to the answer. If you see it, you should write it down. Basically what I'm doing is I'm just flipping it, right? So if you look, my base was 2/5 for A. At the end, it was 5 over 2. I just flipped it, right? Here, it was m over n to the 3rd power. And now it becomes n over m to the 3rd power, right? This one, it was 3x over 2y here, and then the final answer, I flipped it, right? It's a little bit harder to see here. 2y squared becomes 4y on the top, and 3x squared becomes 9x squared on the bottom, right? So you're just flipping it, right? So the fast way to deal with negative exponents on fractions or on the outside of a division problem is you just flip the inside. So to simplify a fraction that has a negative exponent, flip the fraction and make the outside exponent positive. Now this only will make the outside exponent positive. If you have any negative exponents on the inside, you have to deal with those separately. Okay, so it only makes the outside exponent positive. So let's go ahead and practice this. So what I mean is, see here, I've got this negative exponent on the outside. Well, to make that exponent positive 3, I just have to flip the whole fraction. So it would be 2n over m. And now I can bring in the 3 to everybody. So don't forget, you do 2 to the third power, n to the third power over m to the third power. Everybody goes to the third power. 2 to the third power becomes 8. So it's 8 n to the third over m to the third. And that's your answer there. So if you think you get it, go ahead and stop the video, but I'll do one more with you, and then you can check. So then this one, to make that a positive, I just flip it. I make it n to the third over m to the fourth. The whole thing now goes to the positive 3. And then you just bring in the exponent. Remember, when you bring in exponents, you multiply, so it would be n to the 9th over m to the 12th. Now go ahead and stop the video and try the next one. All right, so this would be what your final answer is. All I did was flip the inside, make the outside positive, and then bring in that 2. So you're squaring everything, including the 6 and the 5, and you multiply your exponents. All right, now this next one, you can start 2 ways. You can start by flipping the inside, and then bringing in the 3, but I wouldn't bring in the 3, because if you look, you would have to do 8 cubed and 12 cubed, and then you have all these m's. The other way I would start this problem is I would reduce this. So you could flip it and then reduce it, or you could reduce it and then flip it. It doesn't matter which one you do. My rule of thumb is always to just simplify the inside of the parentheses first, so I don't forget about doing that. So 8 over 12, both of those numbers are divisible by 4, so it's going to give me 2 over 3, and then notice you've got m to the 5th over m to the 2nd. Well, that simplifies to m to the 3rd on the top, but then the whole thing is going to the negative 3rd power. So now I've simplified it. Flip your simplified version, and you would get 3 over 2m to the 3rd. That whole thing is now going to the positive 3rd power, which is going to give me 3 to the 3rd, remember, is 27, over 2 to the 3rd, which is 8, and then m to the 9th. So always, always, always reduce the inside of your parentheses first. That would make your life so much easier. Now stop the video and do the next one 100% on your own. All right, so this one, final answer just becomes m to the 72nd, right? This one you almost could do in your head. You're just going to flip it, multiply your exponents, and you've got it. So you've got now just the basic rules of negative exponents. I do have a video that summarizes everything and shows a lot more complicated problems. If you need more complicated problems and explanations, please feel free to tune in to that as well.